I try not to go into my Mondays expecting to have a bad day just because it's a Monday, but we have some sort of track record going right now. For some reason, the last 3 Mondays have kicked my butt. In case you wanted to know, Emerson still has diarrhea. I think it's been over 2 weeks now. And I just changed a nasty diaper again, and the whole house smells, so I'm just gonna take a little breather, literally, out here, because it's bad and I'm getting a headache and I don't want to make it worse. But I feel like I'm missing some things in here, so we're gonna take it back a few Mondays just to recap and give you a few updates. So this is how my morning's going. They get to watch a movie while I clean everything up. I haven't even had a chance to feed her breakfast yet, and it looks like we're going to have to change you again, baby girl. I guess today is just gonna be one of those days. I hope your morning is going a lot better than mine is. So it is 10:30. And we are just now sitting down to feed Emerson breakfast. Both kids woke up around 6:30, which is a little earlier than I want to get up. I went into Rhett's room. I sat with him for about an hour just so he would sleep a little bit longer. I checked on Emerson through her camera. Hey, She was being pretty quiet. She was awake. And so sometimes if she wakes up a little early, then we'll let her just chill for a little bit before we get her up. I fed Rhett around 7:30, put him down, and went to go check on Emerson. And apparently she's still sick. She's been having diarrhea for the past few days. Of course, she saves the worst diaper for when I am here by myself because it's not the weekend anymore and Colin had to go to work. I don't know how long she had been sitting in it, but it was all over her hand, all over her shirt and pants, all over her sheets. The smell was terrible. Yeah, it was bad. Thankfully, we have masks sitting around now, so I put a mask on and rubber gloves to clean this mess up. I literally cut her pajama top off her because there was so much poop that I didn't want to lift it over her head. I looked up how much her sheets cost us at Target and decided it wasn't worth washing them. I would rather just buy a new pair of sheets. And while all this is happening, Rhett is screaming because he has been a little extra clingy this morning. I had to give Emerson a bath because she was a mess. She even had a little bit of poop in her hair, so that was fun. I got Emerson out of the bath, put her in the living room with Rhett. They are both yelling at me, so I turned on a movie for them, which did calm them down for a little bit, while I tried to clean up the rest of the mess. By this time, I still haven't made Emerson's breakfast. Rhett is screaming and ready for a nap. So I come back out, get Rhett, put him down for a nap, and of course he's fighting this nap. He wants me to cuddle him to sleep, which I don't have time for that. I put him down in his crib, let him cry for a little bit, and come out to make Emerson's breakfast. And of course, I look over and Emerson, hey, and I look over and Emerson has pooped again. In her clean clothes, it had leaked through, so now I have to change her diaper and her clothes. I am really resisting the urge to just sit down with my leftover crumble cookies and make that breakfast. This is like the most Monday of Mondays. But now Emerson's clean, and I just decided not to put pants back on her because that will make it way harder to change. And that is how our Monday is going. So, yay. I was really hoping that this week would be a lot better than last week, but it's starting off pretty crappy. Emerson is supposed to have 2 appointments down in the med center this week instead of the campus that's close to us. If we're dealing with diarrhea away from home and not as close as we usually are, then I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I told Colin that if this happened when he went to work, that I was just gonna give up for the rest of the day, so I guess I'm giving up, and it's not even 11 o'clock yet. He's been getting a lot better in this thing, so I feel like no matter where I go, he is following me. Chick-fil-A delivery for the win. So Emerson seems to be feeling a little bit better today, so we're here at her appointment. Emerson, hi baby girl. So we'll see what they say. We'll see if we end up scheduling surgery today or what. I don't even know what to expect. Okay, you know the drill. Just got out of Emerson's ortho appointment. She had another x-ray. We went over the MRI results. Everything looks good for surgery. Her right hip still looks okay. It doesn't look perfect or anything, but he doesn't think he needs to do surgery on that side. So for now, it's just going to be the left side. It's pretty much exactly what I described. He's going to be taking out some bone to make the socket more ideal for the femoral head to fit in. Anyway, I won't bore you with that. I also brought up her foot because her foot's been so tight and her AFOs haven't really been helping with that. So he's going to have me meet with the foot surgeon next week and see what she says. And if we need to, then we're going to be doing a hip surgery and maybe a foot surgery all in one take. He asked if we wanted to do it now or wait till the summer. I know Colin wants to have a hand surgery over the summer, so I said let's do it as soon as we can. We'll see how everything comes together, but it'll be soon. We've got the go-ahead for surgery. She'll just need to meet with pulmonology first, just as precaution. He did say today that she'll have to be in a cast for 6 weeks, but if she only does the hip surgery and not the foot surgery, then the cast will go down to her ankle on her left side and only down to her knee on her right side. But if we do the foot surgery, then it'll be down to her ankles on both sides. So that'll be fun. We've done it before, we can do it again. Glad to have that appointment over with. Now we just have an ophthalmology appointment tomorrow, which is pretty standard. She has an ophthalmology appointment once a year. Emerson's got her finger in her nose back there. They were playing Moana in the waiting room, and so of course she was like super upset whenever we had to take her back and she had to leave her movie. So I'm glad I brought the iPad. We're here for Emerson's ophthalmology appointment. And I don't know who came up with this idea, but it's awesome. So she has to get dilated for her appointment. So we're going through valet and parking, and then they're going to come down here, dilate her eyes, and then by the time we get up to our appointment, she'll be ready to be seen, which is awesome, I think, because we're always waiting around forever while she dilates. So this way we're actually being productive while we're waiting. Emerson always has her finger in her nose, but not because she's picking her nose, but because she likes the way that her voice sounds when her finger is in there. What you doing, crazy girl? It's dark and creepy in here because we're in a parking garage. So looks like Emerson's going to be getting some new glasses because turns out her vision changed a lot. Again, she used to be nearsighted in one eye and farsighted in the other, and then her eyes kind of evened out, and now they're saying she's nearsighted in one and farsighted in the other again. So she's gonna be getting some new glasses. Do we stick with her same pink glasses, or do we try something different this time? What are you doing? Hey! Rocky, that was me. Rocky, you see me barking. It wasn't Rhett. It's been another poopy day with Emerson. It's been a long day, and Colin's on his way home now, so I'm just trying to take a second and muster the energy that I need to make dinner. And I'm not looking forward to it. Sorry, Colin. We're gonna try and film our rare disease video tonight because I want Colin to do it with me just so it's not just me talking the whole time. We don't really have anything going on the rest of the week. We'll see how Emerson does over the weekend. It's been a week since she threw up and started having diarrhea, so if she's not looking any better over the weekend, then we're going to take her into the doctor on Monday just because a week is a long time to have diarrhea. Right now I need to go change her third poopy diaper of the afternoon. That's another reason why I'm putting off making dinner, because I need to change a diaper first. Do other moms feel like this? Do they need to take a break before they make dinner, or they just need a second to themselves? Sometimes I feel like super lazy because I just want to sit here because I'm so tired from doing all this other stuff throughout the day. I have no energy in the evenings. And then I feel bad because I'm like dead by the time Colin gets home, and I'm just like, okay, you take over, you do everything. I don't feel like doing anything. I was just doing dishes and the power like flashed off for a second. And the water pressure got really low like it did when the power was out last week. And my heart just like, oh, please not again. And Emerson's not too happy about it either because that means her movie turned off. I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. It's gonna come back on. We just gotta wait for the internet to come back on, okay? I'm sorry. She's like over here about to cry. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. Are you coming to find me? What are you doing? Come on. Hi. What are you doing? Hey, girlfriend. We're gonna get some tests done, okay? We're gonna get some tests done? No. You're okay. It's okay. You wanna watch Coco? You wanna watch Coco? Yeah. Okay, we'll watch Coco while we wait.
Okay, there you go.
You're okay. Emerson, what are we doing? You don't want to be here, huh? Sorry. Emerson. She's looking at the computer like Moana's gonna come on. Sorry, baby girl. It's not a TV. Hey, 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 hey. So right now we are going to drop off Emerson's stool sample at the hospital. She did not poop for 2 days, so we ended up giving her a suppository. It was a little bit better than her poops have been, but I will spare you the details of having to collect the poop and then consequently putting it in the refrigerator. So it would be okay until we brought it in today. Oh, it was so gross. It was so gross. So now we gotta go drop off her poop at the hospital. And then we're gonna go bring in her new prescription and order some new glasses. So I get back to the lab, I wait for them to pull me back into a room, and as soon as I get in the room, she's like, okay, let me see what you have. She looks at it, immediately says, oh no, we can't take it like that. You're gonna have to put it into other containers. I'm like, oh my gosh, are you serious? You're gonna make me open up this day-old poop and put it into a different container? If you're wondering, a mask does nothing for the smell. She steps out, she's like, I'm just gonna give you a few minutes. I'm like, why, so you don't have to smell it? She was like, yep. Ugh. Then I accidentally spilled one, so she had to bring me a new container. And then she comes back in and she's like, oh, there's not enough stool in each of these containers. You have to put a little bit more. I'm like, are you serious? Stop making me handle the poop already. Oh my gosh. So we're leaving, finally, after handling way more poop than I wanted to. And now we're gonna go see if we can get Emerson some new glasses. A much cleaner and less smelly appointment.
Rhett, it's Friday. You're supposed to be happy.
So this morning we have to go to pulmonology, which is just like a pre-surgery thing for Emerson. And yesterday we got her schedule for everything. So she's going to have surgery first week of May. And leading up to that, she's going to do serial casting for 5 weeks, which means she's going to get a new cast every week for 5 weeks leading up to her surgery. So instead of just 6 weeks in her spica cast, she's going to be in a cast for like 11 and a half, 12 weeks. So hopefully that will help her foot be a little bit more flexible so that when they go in for surgery, it's going to be minimal stuff they have to do with her foot. They gave me the schedule and they assigned me a time instead of me getting to choose. So we have to go down to the med center every Tuesday morning at 8:20 is our appointment time. So it usually takes like 45, 50 minutes to get down there, and that is during rush hour. So not looking forward to that. Everyone always says that their own city is like the worst traffic. Before we moved to Houston, I was told Houston had terrible traffic. Hey, it's okay. And Houston does have terrible traffic. I won't say it's the worst traffic I've ever been in. I think Atlanta gets that title. But Houston traffic is pretty bad just because there are so many people and it's a huge city. So yeah, not looking forward to dealing with rush hour traffic going downtown. But hey, we have our dates for everything, so at least we have a plan now. So happy Friday. Hi, baby girl. We at the doctor? We got the Star Wars room, huh? Man, they went all out. Well, I have to say that pulmonologist was probably one of the odder doctors we've ever seen. He was asking me about Emerson. He's like, oh, just tell me everything about her. And then proceeds to Google search her gene mutation so that he could find out more information. I was like, okay, it's gonna be this kind of appointment. We've been here before. And then he finds this article on like Medline Plus or something, and he says, oh, do you want me to print out this article for you? And I literally said, what is it? He's like, oh, it's this article on blah, blah, blah about PIK3CA mutations on Medline Plus. I'm like, no, I can just look it up myself, and I've read that one already. I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I know more than you. Felt like Ron Swanson. But anyway, so after that, he said everything looks good. And I think he said she probably needs to see cardiology before her surgery. She has a PFO, which is, I guess, pretty common. I think when she saw cardiology when she was younger, they said it happens in like 10 to 15% of people. So it's not uncommon. It's not really anything we need to be super concerned about. But they always say, oh, well, maybe she just needs to see cardiology just in case. I'm like, she's been fine the 30 other times she's been under anesthesia and for her other surgeries. And this doctor was trying to tell me, mind you, he's a pulmonologist. He's trying to give me all this advice on Emerson's constipation issue. Like, oh, well, you could take this and this and this. I'm like, yep, we do all of that, but thanks. I'm like, you've never seen her before. You obviously didn't read her chart. So yeah, it was a little like frustrating. I'm like, okay, it's like just smile and nod and get me out of this appointment as fast as possible. But now both kids are asleep and I just finished everything that I had to do that was on my to-do list. There are probably a million other things I could be doing, but nothing that I have to do. There's a difference. So now I don't know like what to do with myself. I have like this weird free time. I forgot what that was like. It's a good problem to have on a Friday. And hopefully the rest of my weekend is just as chill as right now is. Not counting on it, but we can hope, right? So all of Emerson's lab work came back normal. Her urine sample, stool sample, blood work, all of it came back normal. So I'm not really sure why we're still dealing with it. Hopefully it'll end soon, especially because she's going to be going into a cast in 2 months. And if we don't have this all sorted out by then, it is going to be a very, very long 6 weeks in that spica cast. So here's to hoping that the rest of the week goes a little bit better than today has. We don't have any other appointments, so hopefully we'll just be able to take it easy and recoup a little bit from our busy few weeks that we've had before this. Plus, as I've been trying to put this video together, I have lost it like 2 or 3 times. So we're gonna try it again and see if I can get this done in a decent amount of time, and hopefully I don't lose anything again. Let's just hope our weeks don't suck. Rhett just woke up and Emerson just filled another diaper.